Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at BurstAIO. Now this video is going to be a first impressions video because I have just bought this bot and we're going to talk about some notable features about the bot, why I bought it. We're also going to do a quick tour and we're going to do a really quick should you buy this bot without seeing the full review, which will come later. So subscribe to my channel if you want to see a full review of everything. I want to use the bot a bit more. I've had the bot for a week or two and yeah, I'm just going to literally show you around it, what I've seen. This is going to be a pretty quick video, but I just want to get this out because Burst is very special right now, and you'll see why. So first of all, this is the dashboard. This is the tasks page. This is where you'll see all of your tasks when you create them. So we're just going to go over to this tasks, and you can see all the different sites that it has here. Burst is now actually one of my personal bots, so I did buy this. And I've been wanting a good EU bot that has as many sites as possible that I can use myself every day that will perform and that I can use to get 1 to 5 pairs every drop. And I chose Burst. So, and you can see here, it's got an absolute massive site list. Pretty much every site I wanted to bot was here. One of the main ones being ASOS, actually. There aren't that many bots that have released ASOS that I can, first of all, afford and also run consistently. So Burst was a really good choice because it was budget friendly. And, I mean, like you can see the amount of sites here. I mean, there's so many. You've got this nice scroll wheel as well. You can also search them. They recently did add mesh as well, which is a really big thing for me. Good mesh bot that can do only front end right now, but I believe back end is coming soon. It's very good to have. But yeah, I don't really have to worry if they're about any sites that I can't bot. I don't have to really rent any bots because everything's here. All EU sites. I'm sorted. Not Footlocker EU, but again, I'm scared of Footlocker massively. They use all my proxy data, so I really don't want to go near them. I'm very happy with this. Now, moving on to profiles, as you can see here, I've set up all my profiles. You can see them all down there. I've got pretty much everything I need. Very simple, isn't it? It's just profiles. I normally skip over this in my reviews as well, but literally nothing to say about profiles. I'll talk about the theme of the bot. I do really like Burst's logo, very colourful. But the bots is just a simple dark theme. Again, can't go wrong with that. And moving on to proxies. I have loaded some proxies in. I've loaded in some DCs. I ran the ambush drop, but it seemed that no bots did actually work. So can't fault them there because Ganesh didn't work, Flare didn't work, Thunder didn't work. Can't hate on Burst at all for that. Literally, no bots worked. One thing I am going to give a shout out to Burst for is their accounts. When I got this, I wanted to start running ASOS restocks. Didn't really happen, wasn't getting much success, so I did stop. But I generated some ASOS accounts, and oh my god, this bot can generate accounts like it is no problem. If I actually go to my ASOS, there are thousands of accounts that I generated really quickly as well. So I threw in some proxies, I followed their guide on like what to do with your email, and yeah, you used really like minimal proxy data, and I managed to generate accounts, and I was really happy with that. So, yeah, ASOS accounts do seem to be a little bit weird, though. It looks like your orders get cancelled if they're not, like, too old. So I'm just going to try and get these aged for a bit. But I do have, like, my own ASOS account that I should be able to use. But, yeah, that is a thing to note. Generating accounts, though, fair play to Burst. Generated them super quick. Had loads of them. No problem. I mean, it's a small thing, and I'll probably mention it in the review as well. But just as a first impression, it's really good to see small stuff like that mastered in a bot, because generating accounts can actually take quite a long time sometimes. But, I mean, it was generating hundreds for me so fast. And, again, like I said, using minimal proxy data, because you have to use resis for that. One slightly frustrating thing is that you can't generate accounts for all the different sites that actually require accounts for, such as Korea. So that's slightly annoying, but an update could be pushed to fix that within the future. But again, as a first impression, it's not great. It's not what you expect to see in a bot like this. You wouldn't be able to, every site you could put accounts for, to be able to actually generate an account. That's one thing that you might want to consider. I mean, not really, but just seeing that straight off the bat, it's not the best, but I am actually very impressed with their account generation. Moving on to settings, as always, this will be blurred out. But very simple. Webhook, capture key. You can also have an additional solver, cap monster, anti-capture. I'm going to be using cap monster. You can throw in AYC. You can put in a catch-all. Now this does support an API code for SMS, which I think is really cool. So for off-white drop, where you have to have an SMS, you can actually put in an SMS provider. They've got a specific one that you can put in, and it will send texts, and you can cop using that way on off-white. You know, I don't see that many bots. I think Ganesh have a bypass for it, and most bots do, but they've got that there. I haven't seen how that performs on off-white. There hasn't been an off-white drop in a while. Now, I believe some dunks, like 50 dunks, are dropping in the summer, so that'll be really interesting to see how that actually works. But yeah, very excited to use that. On Off-White Converse drop, I know they did very well on Converse. I'm not too sure how they did on Off-White, but the success that I was seeing was pretty good. Obviously, I got my 17 pairs with Thunder, so yeah, very, very happy. But I did have a friend who was actually running Burst for that drop, Lawrence, who is a developer there, and he didn't actually get any pairs using it. So that drop did seem to be very reliant on proxies, and seem to be very hit and miss. So yeah, you also have the quick tasks down here, and that is pretty much it. That's my quick run through of the bot. Now let's get into why I bought it, how much I bought it for, and all that stuff. So I bought Burst. So like I said, this is with my own money. Didn't get given this for free, didn't get given this to review. I was looking for a bot myself that I could use every day, run on pretty much every site I wanted to, and Burst was the one I chose. I bought it for £600, which is quite a lot of money, but for Burst, I think that was a reasonable price. Now, right now, I just want to say you can buy this bot for much, much cheaper. And this is probably due to market manipulation. Burst hasn't been performing terribly recently, so I honestly don't know why it's gone down in value massively. However, I did decide to buy because I saw the dip, and I think I got it for a good price. £600 at the time was a really, really good deal. I mean, Burst in the past has gone for well over £1,000, so I'm happy with 600, and it was something I could afford at the time. I don't want to buy something too expensive, so £600 for me for a bot that I can probably get my money back for in a month. You know, an update's pushed, price goes back up, something like that. I think I could get my money back with that and potentially even make profit. But I didn't really buy this as a bot flip, but the potential definitely is there. The only reason I say this is probably market manipulated is because I don't see why Burst has gone down in value. They just pushed an update for Mesh and a few other sites, so yeah. They also, like I said, performed pretty well on that Converse drop. There's still updates in the Discord. I just think it has been a lack of drops, if anything, as well as market manipulation to make that price. But this is actually a pretty good time to buy, and that is why I decided to purchase myself a copy of BurstAIO. Now, a few reasons why I decided to buy it was also, I do know Burst. Again, they're a very reputable company. I do believe their value can go back up again. They also have a very professional team. If you haven't seen the LuckyBotter podcast with the guy who runs it, he was very professional. It's always good to kind of know who's running the bot, because you want to have some faith in them to make your asset not crash in value. It's very important. But yeah, they've performed really well in the past. Their value's been much, much higher. Do I think it will go back up again? Probably within the next 1 to 3 months. I wouldn't be surprised if you see it return to that £1,000 plus price bracket. But obviously, you never know. I don't know. I'm not a bot flipper either. I've made quite a bit of money off bot flipping, but that is honestly just me getting lucky. If you do want me to make a video on bot flipping, actually do let me know, because I would love to do that, and I'd love to learn more about it and try and talk to some bot flippers. Now, will I sell this bot? Maybe. Obviously, it depends how it performs. I won't sell it if I'll lose money. I'm very stubborn that I won't lose money. I'm like that with stuff, so I will not sell this. I'll keep this for a while if I can't make my money back on it. But if the price does probably go above £1,000, I will sell it. That's just because the money's good enough for me to actually say I can probably get another bot around that price. Burst could even go down in value again. But for me, if that goes back up, that's £400 profit. I'll happily take that. So that would be my exit point, I guess you could call it that. Another question is, should you buy Burst watching this video? Now, first of all, I'm going to say wait until my review. Subscribe if you haven't already, because you want to watch that. I'm probably going to absolutely tear it apart because I don't really have to say anything about it. It's not like they gave me a copy. Now, obviously, I've bought it, so I have some faith in it myself. So that's a fairly good sign. But I'm going to be very, very picky. Already, there's a few things I've noticed that I'm going to keep for the review. And, I mean, they really are so picky. But I might as well tell them to you because you should know. And obviously, the prices are even better than what I bought it for. So if you can afford it, it is a great deal. And the chance of it going back up, I think, is fairly substantial. But don't take advice from me. I know nothing about this. This isn't financial advice. This is just me. It's a very good bot. We just need to see it perform. I think more releases will happen in the summer with all those off-white dunks, or like 50 or something. But at the moment, I just think there's been a lack of releases. Burst's gone down, as well as a few market manipulators faking sales, etc. I believe one of the admins tweeted about this. Sneaky. It'll be on screen there, and you can see all about that. I thought that was very interesting, about how market manipulators can actually fake prices in these kind of bot mark graphs that have been popping up on the screen. It's very interesting to think about when buying a bot. I think I got very lucky at the price I bought at. Obviously, it's gone down below that now, so I would lose money. But you never know. I think it will go back up. This is my first impressions of Burst. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, I'll see you in another video.